hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel Let's Learn with Lizzie, and this is our Class 12 English Literature series. Today we are looking at something students often miss out, the deeper layers of Lost Spring by Annie Jung. Yes, I know that you know the story, but do you know how the author tells it? We are going to explore her purpose, her tone, her language, and the literary devices that give the story emotional power. Let's get right into it. Let's begin with the author's purpose. Annie Jung doesn't just write stories for entertainment, she writes to inform, provoke, and inspire others. In Lost Spring, her goal is to highlight the painful realities of child labor. Children like Saheb and Mukesh who are forced to give up their dreams because of poverty. Through real life anecdotes, she gives these children a voice, something they rarely get in society. Her purpose is also to question social systems. She wants us to ask, why are these children not in school? Why are their families still stuck in poverty? What has society done to help them? In short, Annie Jung wants readers to wake up to the tragedy of stolen childhoods and not just feel sad, but think critically and empathetically. Now let's talk about the tone, which is the author's attitude towards the subject. In Lost Spring, Annie Jung uses a tone that is empathetic. She deeply feels for these children. Her description of their lives are full of compassion, not judgment. Next, she is very reflective in her tone as she pauses to ask questions like, what is the meaning of garbage to a child? These reflections invite readers to think, not just to observe. Next, she uses a critical tone, especially when discussing the role of tradition in keeping families trapped in poverty, like the bangle makers of Firozabad. Finally, there is a gentle touch of hopeful tone, especially in Mukesh's story. He dares to dream of becoming a mechanic, and Jung respects that small but powerful resistance. So the tone changes. It's not flat. It moves from sadness to hope, from criticism to admiration. Let's break down Annie Jung's language and writing style. First, it's simple and direct, no complicated vocabulary. This makes her message accessible to all readers, including students, but it's also descriptive and vivid. For example, she doesn't just say the boy works in a tea shop. Rather, she says Saheb is no longer his own master. His face has lost the carefree look. This gives us a clear image of what poverty does to a child's spirit. Her style blends narration with reportage. She tells a story, but it's grounded in real world observation. She's not making things up, she's showing us what she saw. She also uses a conversational tone using the children's own words when Saheb says, I like the game, or Mukesh says, I will be a motor mechanic. It adds authenticity and makes their struggle feel so real. So her language is powerful not because it's fancy, but because it's honest. Now let's talk about the literary devices, the tools Annie Jung uses to make her message more impactful. Here are some of the most important ones. First, irony. The name Saheb-e-Alam means Lord of the Universe, but Saheb is a barefoot rag picker. This sharp contrast shows how poverty strips away dignity even from the names. Next is symbolism. Spring symbolizes childhood, full of energy, color, and new beginnings. But the title says it's lost spring, suggesting childhood has been taken away. Bangles represent tradition and beauty, but also bondage. Women wear them with pride, but families are trapped, making them for life. Garbage is a symbol of survival. It's what keeps Sahib's family alive, but also what limits their future. Next comes imagery. Her writing appeals to all senses, for example, dark huts without light, furnaces with high flames, sweat on young faces. We can see and feel the pain in these images. Anecdotes. She uses real stories, not fiction, to show us individual experiences. These short narratives make the issue of child labor personal and relatable. contrast between Saheb's childhood dreams and his job at the tea stall, between Mukesh's hope and the hopelessness of other children. This device emphasizes how rare and precious hope really is. So, literary devices are not just for decoration, they help bring out the emotion, theme, and message more powerfully. Let's do a quick recap. Annie Jung wrote Lost Spring to expose the cruelty of child labor and make us reflect on how childhood is being stolen. Her tone is a mix of empathy, criticism, and cautious hope. Her language is simple, vivid, and honest, giving the story emotional depth. And she uses literary devices like irony, symbolism, imagery, anecdotes, and contrast to drive home her message. Understanding these aspects not only help in board exams, it also helps us become more aware, thoughtful readers. Thanks for watching. If this breakdown helped you understand Lost Spring better, give it a like, subscribe for more CBSE English videos, and comment below. Do you relate more to Sahib's quiet surrender or Mukesh's determined dream? Let's talk about it in the comments. Until next time, keep learning and keep reading.